Hey guys, so I am finally going to film my highlighter collection slash declutter. I'm not sure how many items I'm actually going to declutter, but anyway, this is the vast majority of it, and I will move this out of the way. So I'll start by going through kind of what I keep in my, I guess, everyday acrylic container. This side is bronzer slash contour products, which I think I've already gone through all of this in my bronzer video, but I'm going to just take these items out so you can see them better. Alright, so I have two of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. This one is in Champagne Pop, the original Champagne Pop. And this one is in Moonstone, so I'm sure you've seen these many times. So I'll just show you. That's what they look like side by side. And then I have two of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. These are the original ones, not the highlighters, but anyway, so this is diffuse light. I use this mostly as like an all-over setting powder. It's kind of a yellow tone to it. So on my skin tone, it doesn't really do a whole lot other than set my makeup and give a nice kind of blurred finish. And this is Luminous Light, which I haven't really used as much as I probably should. So very kind of subtle sheen. Should really use that. So those are the Hourglass, and then I have one of the ColourPop highlighters. This one is in Hippo, which is kind of a I guess like a lavender tone, which is kind of unique. I have a few more ColourPop ones that I will show you shortly. And then I have, this is actually a sample size of the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder, which is the probably most confusing name for a highlight. But as you can see, it's not matte. So that's what that looks like. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm just using natural light, so. And then I have this Laura Geller Baked Highlighter Duo in French Vanilla and Portofino, and this is a product that I think Emily Noel talked about. So those are those two. Kind of a more yellow tone, but again, a little bit more subtle. So talking about how all of these are really subtle, I wasn't going to swatch all of these, but Champagne Pop is probably a little bit too dark for me, but definitely has more, I think, of a reflect to it. As far as my wish list goes, I'm still intrigued by the Jeffree Star Skin Frost, is that what they're called? But I've heard some negative things, so haven't really jumped on it. This is the Anastasia Starlight Illuminator. I really like the Art Deco design to that. That's a really pretty sheen. I think everything on me is looking not as white as it does in the pan. You can kind of see it has that pinky golden undertone to it. This little Benefit High Beam, which is a liquid. So that's really pretty. I really am interested also in the custom enhancer drops, I think, by Cover FX. Okay, I'll just start pulling out some items at random here. This was a relatively new purchase. This is the Dose of Colors Pearl Dust, which I don't think I've hauled yet, but I really like the packaging. I think it's cool how the exterior is clear. So this is obviously very pink. Hopefully that's showing up true to color. And I definitely went on a bit of a highlighter binge, I think in April. I got the Soap & Glory Glow All Out, which is also, I'd say this is really more peachy toned. So again, more subtle. And what else do we have? Okay, so this is the coveted Dior Skin Nude Air Glowing Gardens in number 1, glowing pink. So pretty. So we'll see how that, I'd say it's a little bit more pink in tone than the Pearl Dust. Pearl Dust is a little bit icier. I got the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator, and this is in the shade Ballerina. And this was before they came out with their newest edition, so this is actually, I guess more golden, kind of rose gold than like true pink, I guess. They have a shade Charming Pink, and I saw that they recently launched, I think, cream highlighter, so like in a stick form. Let's see what else. I guess we can add to the Becca family. So again, this is Champagne Pop. This is Moonstone. We have a Baby Opal. This came as either a gift with purchase or in some sort of kit. And then this is another opal. So it's interesting that they changed their packaging. I imagine this one is cheaper to make, but anyway. And then I have the cream version in opal as well. And I guess we'll go ahead and show. This was the palette that came out last year sometime. I think maybe it was late summer or fall. So this has Pearl in the pressed version, and also Champagne Pop and Blush Copper. So that's what those look like. Blush Copper would obviously be too dark for me. Could use it maybe as an eyeshadow, but I did get the latest Jaclyn Hill palette. It's just one of those things, like you hear enough people rave about it. And alright, so this came with the sample of the priming filter, which I have somewhere. I might have, oh, here it is. So this is the sample that came in that Becca kit, and I haven't really been wowed by this, to be honest. Looks like it has more of a sheen on my hand, but I don't know. So anyways, so this is the palette, which I'm sure everyone has seen. So again, Champagne Pop is a little bit too dark for me, probably. Prosecco Pop is definitely kind of too gold for me. I really was kind of more interested in Rosé Spritz, and I kind of like the name of this, which no one seems to be able to say really. It's Pamplemousse, which is the French word for grapefruit. And then that one is Amaretto. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of a collector of Becca limited edition highlighter collections at this point. I just saw that they are going to put out some, what do they call them, like splits? So they have half of a highlighter and half of a blush, which I don't need, but they do look really pretty. Let's see what else we got. This is a liquid form. It's called a Spotlight in Opal. So same as this guy, just in different packaging. And this one is in Moonstone. Which is more of a light golden color. And I think that might be all of my Becca products. Okay, so we'll move on from Becca. Didn't really intend to do this like as a brand by brand, but alright, so like I said, I have this ColourPop in Hippo. I also have this one in Stole the Show, which I don't really love their packaging. I think this one came a little bit destroyed, so I had to kind of push it back in there. Let's see, so that's Stole the Show, and then Smoking Whistles, which is more of a pinky color, and Tease Cake, which I think I got thinking it would be more of a blush, probably. Blush topper. So I got those. This is the Touche Éclat pen. I got that, I kind of just got more for the collector's value. It says, I am not a morning person on it, and I haven't actually even used it. So I'm just going to leave that one for now. This is kind of a fun product. This is from Bourjois, which is I think it's a French brand, but you find it in the UK. And this is kind of a vintage style packaging. I think this was like an actual vintage product, but you know, they released it in this style packaging. It says Universal Illuminating Powder. I think it's a rice powder. Let's see. For its 150th anniversary, Bourjois reinterprets its legendary Java rice powder, an ultra-fine velvety texture for a smooth and radiant complexion. So I haven't even opened this one. It was, I don't know, I just bought it for the packaging, really. Okay, so there's that. I guess I have two Bobbi Brown products here. I have some fingerprints on them. So this one is the highlight powder in Pink Glow. So really reflective, again, probably too dark for me to be used on the tops of the cheeks. Sometimes you swatch something, it's just too pretty. And this is a shimmer brick, which, to be honest, I haven't really used a whole lot. I think I got this in some like QVC kit or something to that effect. This is in the shade Wild Rose, which might have been limited edition. I have some The Balm highlighters. I have Mary Luminizer, which is, I think, the most popular highlight that they do. It's a really reflective gold. Again, it's super hard to find, you know, really good highlighters for pale skin. And this one is in Cindy Luminizer. So again, on me, it's more of a kind of blushy shade, but trying to think. Yeah, the custom cover drops I'm interested in. They look like they have a really, was it Celestial? Might look really good on me. What else? I guess the Pearl shade from Becca. The Jeffrey Frost one, possibly. I kind of like more of a natural shade, but this is Ethereal Light, still in the packaging. Go me. And this is another one of those Hourglass. This was before they came out with the the strobe powder. So this is, they're more sort of all over powders. They're not really designed to be used just, you know, as highlighters, but can't remember if I've shown this. I think I've shown this before. So this one has one of the strobe, I thought this iridescent light was one of the strobe powders, but maybe I'm wrong. It does seem to have more of a sheen to it, but anyway. Okay, so I have some NARS, just a couple NARS products. This one is in Reckless, which I think is technically a blush. Doesn't really say. But it has so much shimmer in it that I kind of put it with, can you see all that sparkle? It's crazy. I don't think I would have bought it. I ordered it online. I don't think I would have bought it if I'd known. And this is Albatross, which is a little crumbly, but this is more of, I guess, a white gold, although it looks really gold on my hand. I mean, that's part of it as well. Like, you typically don't apply highlighters with a finger, so they're definitely going to be more intense when you apply them that way. So I have these Guerlain meteorites. This was a gift with purchase, so there's just like one small little pearl of each color, which is kind of sad. I haven't really used this a ton, but I kind of feel like you need a bigger amount to really get a full sense of the product. And if I do eventually buy the meteorites, I would probably buy it in part for the packaging or whatever, but I have these My Couture St. Bart's highlighter papers, and I don't know. I get these in like samples or boxes, and I just never really, this is quite pinky. So how to highlight. Tear one sheet, lightly press and sweep. Okay. Gonna do a demo. Well, I guess they definitely came off. Can you see that? I guess, you know, if you wanted, like, okay. I think for highlighter, I don't know. Maybe applying this to like your shoulders, you can see the color of that. Or something to that effect. I'm just not overly, I don't know. First of all, the color is not right for me. It also seems kind of wasteful, but I don't know. If you're at the beach or something, or on a yacht. Okay. Oh, I have another few of these, the balm. You can see they have the little samples that came with various boxes. I do like the balm samples. I think they're really cute. So same shade. They do seem to have, let me see if I can, so you used to get more product. So you can see the difference there, which is kind of a shame. This is 0.035 ounce or 1 gram, and this is 0.57 gram or 0.02 ounce. So a little more than half, I guess, is what they went down to. But anyway, I have, this is one of the few drugstore highlighters I have. This one is Translucent Pearl by Physicians Formula, and I'm not a huge fan of the packaging, partly because you can see the mirror on mine has kind of come off, and the brush is, it's alright really, but I think I would rather they just use less bulky packaging. That is a really pretty sheen though, pretty light. I was going to buy the Wet n Wild highlighters that everyone was raving over, even though I knew they would probably be too dark for me, but I couldn't find them, so. Alright, so I have the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight. This is in the old packaging that comes with a brush. So that is Candlelight, and where did I put it? This is the Art of Sculpting, or the Contour book, Volume 2, The Art of Sculpting and Defining. And this comes with the Candlelight Cream, the Candlelight Powder, and Starlight. And then these are technically eyeshadows, I think. So that's Starlight, the Candlelight Powder, that's the Candlelight. The cream doesn't really do much, I don't think. I guess if you wanted to kind of use it as a base, I mean, it kind of has a wet looking sheen to it. On my finger it doesn't look like much, but that's the powder, and then that is Starlight. And that is, I think that looks the same really. Maybe? I don't know. This one looks a tad pinker to me, the one in the compact versus the that book, but who knows. Okay, let's see what else we got. These are the MAC Luster Drops. So the liquids and creams, don't even know if I ever really used much of this. I kind of just want to swatch to see, you know, if the consistency still looks good. So again, a lot of gold toned highlights. I think they need to come out with like a good silver tone. I'm about a NW15 maybe. This is the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. This is the old, it's quite, what's the word, thick really, or just dispenses a lot. This is the older packaging. I don't know if, look how much that dispensed, that's insane. Yeah, so maybe they changed the packaging to kind of help with that. But again, you can see that looks really gold on me. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm about an NW15. Very cool, very fair. I was tempted by the Pat McGrath highlighters. Of course now they're sold out. I don't know if they're going to re-release those. Kind of hope they do. Let's see. A lot of minis in here. So these are two forms of the Benefit Watts Up. This is a cream highlighter, and this was the mini that came in my, like the cheeky. This doesn't like to stay closed. Like it has a tendency to. You can definitely still get some pigment out of it. Maybe I just have to warm it up a bit more. But I mean, when you're applying a cream highlight, you don't want to have to like really rub it on. You want to be able to kind of, you know, kind of dot it. I don't know. It is really cute. I think I might get rid of this one. The WhatsApp in the stick, let's see. I think it's just, it feels a little bit creamier. Don't have to exert as much pressure. Yeah. So there's one that's going to be decluttered. Alright, I have the RMS Living Luminizer. I've probably had this for too long really, since it is more of an organic product. I think I still has some life in it. Really subtle. It's more of like a wet look than an actual like pigment. Doesn't have a huge color payoff. So this is High Beam from Benefit, which is the same as the Sky. So just a smaller sample size. Still looks nice and liquidy. So I'll keep that. This is a product from Stila, All Over Shimmer Liquid Luminizer. I don't even know if they make this or if it's discontinued. That's really pretty. I should break that out. It's kind of like an opalescence pinky to it. That's pretty. Let's see, we have this L'Oreal Magic Lumi, which is technically primer, but it has a very strong tint to it. It's very white as well. Like Terminator skin or something. So I just want to compare that one again to the so I'll just compare that again to the Becca. Oh, a lot came out there. So you can see the Becca is a lot more like pinky golden, really more golden, I would say. So if you're kind of my skin tone, I would say go with the L'Oreal. It's also cheaper. And I have dry skin, so I don't really judge primers based on how well they like keep oil at bay or anything to that effect. If anything, I'm looking for more moisture. So that's just something. Steel is really pretty. I will have to look to see if that is still current product. And if anyone ever wonders about this scar on my hand, I had a cyst surgically removed, gosh, maybe 5 years ago now, so that's all that is. Let's see. Here's another primer. This is the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. That one had a little dried bit. So that seems more shimmery and pink. Again, L'Oreal. I'm sure the NYX is cheaper than the L'Oreal. So hopefully that gives you some idea of the difference there. So here is a Kiko contouring pencil highlighter. This is really dry. I think I might get rid of this one, to be honest. Like you really have to kind of press and then it doesn't really do much. I bought this, it was part of a duo. It had a contouring pencil. Here I can reach for it. So this was a limited edition product. And I wanted the contour, which is much creamier. Yeah. So that's the second product I'm getting rid of. Go me. I have this IT Cosmetics Hello Light Anti-Aging Cream Illuminator, which looks like so. Pretty creamy, really. Everything just seems to swatch more golden on me, but that's not bad, really. Alright, I'll hold on to that. probably get rid of the box. Let's see, I have this Burberry Fresh Glow. Try to give myself a fresh swatching surface. Alright, so this is another kind of luminizing primer product that I wasn't too wowed by. I don't know. It doesn't... Here, we'll swatch it on my other hand so you can get more of a fresh, dry surface. It just doesn't do much. I can't say a whole lot. Like you can kind of see it, but again, like even the Becca like just has a lot more of a reflective quality to it. And I'm not sure, I know the Becca, I think the Becca is it around $42, the full size? I'm not sure how much the Burberry retails for offhand, but I'm sure it's up there. Let's see. This is the So Susan water-based pure luminizer. And wow, nothing's coming out. This is another product that I think I got in a beauty box of some kind. I feel like, how much does it say is in here? It says it's a half of an ounce, which for a container of this size doesn't seem like they put very... So this is a half of an ounce right here. This is 0.53. But still, like, can you see the... I don't know. I feel like they... Oh, it just squirted from the side. Okay, well, I'm gonna call this one a toss. I think even if I were... It's a problem with highlighters, like they're all so pretty. Again, I mean, it is a pink tone. Maybe I will try to squeeze some of that into, I don't know. No, I should just toss it. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to use it. Especially if I put it in another container and I don't know, I can't remember what it is. So I think I used to have all of my cheek products in the same Alex drawer. I used to have, I think, blushes, bronzers, and contour powders and highlighters. And I was outgrowing my current configuration. So that was part of the reason why I started down this decluttering path. And now the blushes are in their own drawer, and I'm going to put highlighters and bronzers together. So if you can kind of picture what I'm keeping combined with, I guess, my bronzer slash contour collection that I showed in my last collection video, that's what I'm aiming for anyway. Okay. Just a few more products. This is the Le Métier de Beauté Radiance Whisper Rouge, or Radiance Powder Rouge in the shade Whisper. And this one, I mean, it's kind of a highlighter, it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of more of a blush topper, really. So... pretty little product. I think I saw Temptalia review that, and for some reason I felt like I had to have it. Okay, so I have a bunch of these mini guys. And then just two more, I guess, pan products. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter in the shade Aura, and another pink. So I think of all the pink highlighters, this one is best suited to my skin tone because it has more of that like opalescence to it. So really pretty. I think, was it Sunlight? There was another shade that was more popular, but like a lot of the most popular shades, they just don't suit me. And then I got the Anastasia Glow Kit in Gleam. So I haven't used this a ton. They're really nice powders. And again, some of these are definitely going to be more like blush topper shades. The Crushed Pearl is probably the best like pure highlight. So like these two are definitely more bronzy slash blush. These two I can get away with a little bit more. Okay, so these little guys, this is still in the sealed plastic. I'm just going to leave this one for now. I got two of these little Temp 2, which is a airbrush brand. Probably should shake this one a bit. It does have a ball in it, so. Oh, that comes out a lot pinker than you think it will, although it's pretty sheer. Kind of just a sheen. I still think it was odd that they gave us like airbrush makeup in a sample box when you don't necessarily know that the person getting it is going to have an airbrush machine. Kind of a really subtle bronze. So I guess it just depends on your taste in makeup, whether you're going for the more subtle look. Alright, I have this Kogen Dough Aqua Foundation Illuminator in sheer beige. And it's interesting packaging. So it's another kind of pinky beige. A little bit more pigmented. The nice thing about liquid products is that you can mix them in with your base to get a more reflective effect. This one looks like it. Alright, let's see if shaking it helped, I think. I think I might just get rid of this. Like, it's just... I think if maybe you had a medium skin tone, you can look that. Like, I think it's... yeah. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't think it's a good color for me. Alright, so I have this little... this was a glossy box. It says Creolon, which is a makeup company. They made this little... It's actually quite... It looks a bit bumpy, but I think that tends to happen mostly when like there are oils in a product and they separate. For some reason, things are looking a little bit yellower on camera than they are in person. I did put the white balance, but anyway. Let's see. Have a sample of the MAC strobe cream, which, to give MAC credit, I think they were using the term strobe before it became a thing. So this is a really nice, like, kind of, again, to use the term opalescent, reflective. Can you see the difference? But I think if you had like a darker skin tone, you could still get away with it. I don't think that would leave a white cast. Like the L'Oreal. I think the L'Oreal is a bit of a stronger white kind of reflect. I don't know why I put this. It says a highlighter, but this really doesn't look like a highlighter for my skin tone. I think this was in, I can't open it, a Ipsy or Glossy Box. Okay. It does feel nice and smooth. Let's see how this, oops, I can drop it. It's pretty. I think, yeah, I think maybe I could get away with that as a highlighter depending on what blush I was wearing. This is the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light, which is another, it's like a doe foot. That one to me doesn't really do a whole lot, but a little sample. And then finally, this is a NARS Super Orgasm illuminator. And some of these shades, I'm sure this would be really beautiful on a woman of color, like a really dark, rich skin tone. Has a lot of glitter in it, so I don't know how much I would want that like all over my cheeks. But anyway. Okay, so that is my collection for you. As you can see, I'm keeping most everything. There's just a few products that are either old or just don't perform very well, like our friend here who's pretty much decapitated. This What's Up, that's dried up. And then Kiko highlighter doesn't really, I mean, it kind of gives you a sheen, but you have to press so hard. Anyway, not really worth it. And then this Tarte product that was kind of yellowy and kind of old to begin with. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my highlighter collection. As I go through this, sometimes I show repeats from video to video if something is in a palette or whatever, but I try to really kind of put all the highlighters in one video for you. So I think this is pretty much my entire collection as it stands now. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.